So there are five types of line in art. So let's define vertical lines. So vertical lines are straight up and down lines that are moving into space without slant or a perpendicular to horizontal lines. They suggest height and strength because they extend toward the sky and seem unshakable. So let's define horizontal lines. Are straight line parallel to the horizon that move from left to right. They suggest width, distance, calmness, and stability. So when we say diagonal lines, are straight lines that slant in any direction except horizontal or vertical. When in use, they suggest movement or lack of stability. So the zigzag line are the series of diagonal lines joined at ends. They can convey action and excitement as well as the restless and anxiety. So the curved lines are the lines that bend and change direction gradually. They can be simply wavy or spiral. Such lines convey the feelings of comfort and ease as well as sensual quality as they remind us of the human body. So the five main types of line are the beginning of all sorts of amazing and unique lines. To get more variation refers to tools such as strength, width, weight, texture, style, direction, and the degree of curve or all the above combined. So let's define the length. Length is the line can be long, tall, strong, far, or short, small, cute, or close. So width is the line goes from thin, delicate, slim weight to thick strength, weight, and power. So when we say weight, in line means the continuous change of width. By varying the weight, one can capture energy, movement, and even suggest when one object is in front of other. So when we say texture, and line defines how smooth or rough it is. Varying, it can simply means changing your working medium, for example, going from market charcoal or changing your digital brush. So, style of line refers to the continuous, dotted dashes or implied lines. Continuous or implied lines are great for leading the eye of the viewer in the direction you want them to go. So, dash or dotted lines are great for patterns, energy, and calling for attention. So, if we combine all of this variation into one, we get unique looking line and serve as a purpose. So, in addition, there are another way to combine different lines into types is by the way they are being used in an artwork. So, the type of line are contour lines, continuous line, parallel, or cross-hatching lines, decoration lines, implied lines, and gesture lines. So, contour lines. So, contour lines are the lines that define the outline of a shape. They can exist outside or inside a shape or a figure and are often referred to as a line art. So some artists create contour lines by using the same width line, while others changing the width to give more energy and volume suggestion. So the continuous line is when a drawing is done and one go without ever lifting it from the page. So this type of arts end up being very expressive and energetic if done right. If done not so well, so it can simply end up looking messy. Mhm. A parallel or cross-hatching line are used to create texture, volume, shading, or pattern. They are often used one at a time and are very effective during hatching. The more line there are close together, the darker the area seem, creating a shadow. So gesture lines are quick continuous line often used to represent human human form and movement. Thus gesture drawing. So gesture drawing link to gesture drawing tips you want to mess if often a warm-up session of 30 seconds to 5 minutes which support the energetic, quick, and in-motion line types. So implied lines are the lines that are physically present but generated by our minds based on the subject. So they are very powerful tool in art and design as they guide the viewer eye right where the artist want them to go. So in addition to my report, the five most common function of light in art are identification, three-dimension space, organization, movement, and texture. So let's define the identification function. So identification function of a line refers to its most basic function of capturing the essence of the subject, meaning our brain is able to identify a few varying lines put together in a certain way of a human or an object. So the three-dimensional function of line is to provide a sense of space. Variation of a line is tonality, width, weight, focus, intensity is what allows for the effect to occur. So for an example, if an object far, the tone of the line will be lighter and thinner than the object that is close, darker and thicker. So the organization function of a line is refers to basic and underdrawing, or we can call that a sketch for artwork in painting or drawing, as well as separating or grouping elements on a page and design. So it's often the stage when one defines the composition of art, where the foreground, middle ground, or background lies, as well as the object within it. So the movement function of a line refers to guiding the viewer's eyes in the desired direction, as well as showing the movement on a subject. So it often done through varying lines with direction or using implied lines. So the texture function of a line is using different variation of line to imply texture. So for example, smooth texture is created with straight or curved unbroken lines. Messy texture can be created by using different tool, and for texture are created with a specific pattern. So there are effective way to use line. So before putting down a line, think about what your artwork is all about and choose accordingly. Creating an energetic work of art, try to use curved line with varying width and texture. When working on a visible work, try to organization function and figure out big shapes, then use curve waves and minimalism. If working on fish trying to convey anxiety, try cross-hatching, zigzag, and diagonal lines. So I hope you see why understanding line can be beneficial for your future work. And if you have no idea what to draw next, check out